My name is Joy. On January 20th, I was taking a shower and I found a couple lumps in my breast that I hadn't felt before. So, right away I realized I had to do something about that and went to see my primary care physician, who then told me to go get a mammogram and an ultrasound. At that point, it was suggested that one of the sets of lumps that I had was highly suggestive for cancer, and they wanted to do a biopsy. I reluctantly made the appointment for the biopsy, but it wasn't going to be for probably 5 or 6 days because the doctor I was going to go see was out of town. In the meanwhile, talking to my husband, I had always said that if I had any problems with cancer or any serious health conditions, that I really wasn't interested in doing chemotherapy and radiation in the traditional medical path. So I started doing some research. I watched some documentaries online. One of them I saw several places in the United States, one in Germany, and Utopia was one of the highlighted places that was on this video. I went to the bookstore and spent hours in the bookstore reading books, looking online, really immersed myself, my husband as well, with just information, trying to make some decisions. On Monday, decided to call Utopia and ask to get a consult with Dr. Garcia. Meanwhile, my biopsy was scheduled for Friday of that week. Spoke to Dr. Garcia on Tuesday. He was very helpful, very reassuring. Felt like if I came down to Utopia that he could definitely help me. Had suggested some things that he thought maybe were going on with me just by the little bit of information that I'd shared. And when I asked him about a biopsy, he very adamantly told me that if it was his wife, he would not have her get a biopsy, which I always feel like when a doctor tells me if it was himself or his wife, then that is certainly what, the way that they believe. And he explained to me how if I did have a biopsy, there was a risk that I could spread the cancer if there was cancer. So I decided that I was going to come to Utopia. I made an appointment to come the following Monday. I canceled my biopsy. The doctor's office wasn't real happy about it, but I sort of just left it at I'm going to get another opinion, and they left me alone.
That's great.
So I showed up on Monday morning. I was excited and ready to go, a little bit nervous, but really felt like this is what I was supposed to be doing. I felt at peace. I felt like God was with me, and this was the right decision for me. Met with Dr. Garcia right away in the morning. He told me that he felt very, very certain that I had some emotional things going on, some stressors and some emotional situations in my life where I was probably holding on to some of those, and that was causing me some health problems, as well as most likely some issues with my teeth. Neither one of them at first would have been things I would have thought of to be reasons for cancer, but I was open at the time and excited to hear that he had some thoughts and a plan for me, and I was ready to get started. While I was here, they do a nice job here of scheduling your appointments. If you like to get up in the morning, you can come in the morning and do your appointments. If you like to do in the afternoon, they accommodate that. Typically 3 or 4 hours of therapy, and some of that includes IVs, infrared sauna, oxygen treatments. Definitely, we have different appointments. We have colonics, which at first I would not have thought that I would have liked, but it turned out I found it to be a very rewarding experience. And along with that, also coffee enemas are another thing that they suggest that we do at least 2 or 3 times a day, and I did them at least once a day, and again found them to be very helpful in my healing and recovery, and actually made me feel much better. They have massage therapy, and that therapist also does a variety of other lymphatic drainage and all kinds of other healing techniques. They have emotional healing, individual sessions with Dan and also with group, both which were very helpful to me. Allowed me really to search inside of myself and see what was going on, take a look at the things that I needed to work on, and start making the changes that I needed to make while I was still here. Everybody here at Utopia was very supportive and caring and loving, and they do their job not just because it's their job, but this is the life that they live. They really believe in these things, and they really believe in the healing and the treatment that they offer, and it comes out, and you feel very loved and very cared for while you're here. I am so excited to be going home. It was great to be here, but I have gotten some great news this week. Most of the lumps in my breast are gone, except for one that we thought the whole time was probably benign. I have some supplements to work on that. I got my blood tests back, and they came out great. And another scan test that we did also showed improvement anywhere from 20 to 70% in functioning throughout my body. So I'm really excited. I'm going to come back in 3 months and do my checkup, and I look forward to going home and continuing all the new healthy habits that I've learned, and changing the way that I deal with the world and the way that I deal with myself. And I couldn't say enough good things about it. If you're thinking about coming here, I encourage you to make a phone call and talk to Dr. Garcia. You might read some things online that says that he isn't always the kindest person, but if you're here to get healed and you want to hear the truth and you really want to get better, he's the man, because he's going to tell you how it is, and it helps. And like I said, everyone here is great.